бодренького времени суток, с вами Джимми, и сегодня мы поиграем в CLOUDPUNK. Продолжим прохождение, вспомним, что у нас здесь было. Так, девчуля наша, нам надо взять сухпайки из штаба CLOUDPUNK, найти перфокарты для Эвелин и найти поесть. Что-нибудь пожратки. Так. Господи. Надо вспоминать. Надо вспоминать, как это все делается, как все работает. Кисть руки. Да, это я помню из прошлой серии. Была у нас кисть руки, ну что, нормально лежит на улице кисть руки, что? Вообще обычное дело. С кем-то там можно попиздеть. Давайте пойдем попиздим. Джимми, тёзка, здоров.
Hey, got a minute? Sure, you got a minute. Who doesn't have a minute? It's less than 60 seconds. Near enough, right? Jimmy is the name. Jimmy, roll high.
I don't really have a minute.
You're wondering about the hands, right? You gotta know. Everyone does. They always ask me about the hands. I always say the same thing. I do. I always say if the shuffle wasn't working, they wouldn't have needed to break them. I'm right, right?
Were you cheating at cards?
Roll high. Wasn't I clear before when I says my name? Sure I was. You was listening. You're a clever lady. I got in trouble because I could roll double sixes every single time.
Really?
Near enough. Near enough that they broke my hand for it. Then when I learned with the other, they broke that too. Now, if I could just get some limbs for augments, I know I could make the money back for you at the table.
I'm not interested. Sorry.
You'll be back. They always comes back. I got the skills, lady. You're gonna invest in them one day, I'm telling you.
Да чё, я вложился. Джимми, а тебе рука не нужна? Я нашел кисть руки. Может, ему нужна кисть руки? Может, это его кисть руки? Хотя, не, навряд ли. Что-то какие-то странные происшествия у них с руками происходят. Так, подожди, я в тебя вложился. Где ты? Где ты пошел, Джимми? Че, с ним уже нельзя поговорить? Ладно. Так, дилер мне не нужен. Мне нужна машина вообще-то. Я хотел... Где моя машина, блядь? Где-то на втором этаже, что ли? Как всегда, хер пойми, где я припарковался. Так, лифт. Ну-ну. Ну-ну. Ну это же лифт, правильно? Я ж не зря здесь стою. А, да. Так. Так. Где моя точила? Вот это моя точила. Классное музло. Но проблема в том, что я не помню, как подниматься. А, вот, все. Чё, блядь. Я думаю, как подниматься и опускаться. Так. Ехаем сюда. Какое-то вроде обещали дополнение к CLOUDPUNK. Прям очень масштабное. Поэтому я решил доиграть все-таки. Потому что прям не знаю почему. Интересно, что там за дополнение. Вроде игрушка, не сказать, что прям вау. Ну, что-то в ней есть. Очень долгие загрузки в ней есть. Блять. И машины, которые тебе вечно в задок впиляются. Блять. И ты, который вечно куда-то впиляется, блять. Ой-ой-ой, так куда ж я, блядь, лечу? Я засмотрелся на карту. Не, ну вот лампово так вот. Летим, красивый город, неоновые огни, дождь, прикольное музло. Заебок. Только лететь нам долго. Сомнительный район. Какой-то фаст-травел, конечно, не помешал бы. Нет, просто как-то вот просто лететь, ну, ехать, лететь. Лететь-ехать. Как-то не очень, конечно, интересно. Нам куда-то сюда? Не понял. Куда? Ладно. Так, а где у вас парковочка, ребята? А, вон, где-то там. Ну, камон.
We are going away from the city? We don't like the city.
Not really, Camus. We're just going through to the vents below.
It won't be like home?
I don't think so.
Is it dangerous?
We're trying to save these people from starving, Camus. I think they'll be glad to see us. It's worth the risk.
Do you think this is nice food for the people?
I think it's all they're getting, and I'm surprised they're getting it.
I hope they like it.
Me too, Camus.
Да, я тоже надеюсь, что им понравится. Вкусняшка, наверное, какая-то. Что, жрать захотелось? Летим, летим. А чуба. Как-то мне помнилось, что загрузки между локациями были более длинными. Почему-то они стали короче, я не знаю почему. В принципе, да, геймплей такой вот незамысловатый. Взял посылку, послушал диалог, полетел, отдал посылку, вернулся, взял посылку, послушал диалог. Полетел, отдал посылку. Послушал музычку. Господи, как же далеко нам лететь, наверное. Еще 1300 метров. Ебануться. Ебануться. Вот хотелось бы экшена. Может, хотя бы диспетчер позвонил бы, там попиздели бы о чем-нибудь. Магистральный коридор Ситилинк. 500 баксов. 50 баксов. Надеюсь, поиски еды не займут столько же времени. Так, подождите, а куда? Прям сюда. Нам, собственно, вообще куда надо? Я немножко не помню, что у нас там по сюжету было. Кто-то там голодает, это я помню, но почему они голодают? Сюда куда-то? Неотаран. Хрен его знает. Вроде вроде да. Куда-то сюда? Хрен его знает. Ну ладно, давайте сюда. Воздушка. $50. У нас написано доставьте... доставьте сухпайки. Я прочитал достаньте сухпайки. Блять, темень такая. Так, парковка. Все время забываю, что надо сначала припарковаться. Точнее, сначала найти место для парковки. Добрый вечер.
You the delivery stooge.
I'm from CLOUDPUNK. I have your packages.
Those are no use to me. I can't deliver to the outpost anymore. None of our vehicles work. The fuel lines froze. You should keep your engine running.
Did you get that, Camus?
Yes, I will keep a couple clock cycles free and monitor the temperatures.
How do you live here? It's so cold.
What do you care?
I asked, didn't I?
Whatever. Just leave the packages here. Go back to your city.
It's not my city.
Sure it is. You took this job because you were curious, right? Welcome to your poverty safari. This is our life.
I'm not even from the city.
The Eastern Peninsula?
Up until last week.
I see. Sorry. I thought you were just another Nivali. My name's Retsu.
Rania.
Cora knows what you must think of the Big Stack. That's what we call the city down here. It's the worst place on the planet. And we cling to the bottom like barnacles. And you know what? It's a hell of a lot better down here. We made this place a kind of home.
You've been here a while?
Yeah, I wasn't the first, though. Old Zeke traveled out here over 100 years ago. He set up the first moisture farm, collecting heat for his home from the vents. Folk had tried to live here before him, but he was the first to realize you couldn't live on rations alone. And you had to be ready for the chills.
So what was old Zeke's secret?
Zeke realized you could cultivate the algae pits for warmth when the vents cycled cool. He realized you could mill the mold dust into flour. He figured out how to cross the steam planes with a suit made from old abandoned Hover's insulation layers. I swear, they say no one alive can survive the wastelands between the cities. But if anyone could, it was Zeke.
And you took his place as the boss?
I'm the community leader, sure. But I'm not the longest surviving settler, not by a long shot. The elders living beyond the far rim say they knew Zeke's grandkids. Tales of Zeke surviving, thriving even out here in the vents, attracted a lot of folk that wanted to live off the grid. Away from corp security and the lights and the headaches. Everyone has headaches in the big stack, you know.
I don't.
You will. Everyone gets them eventually. Doesn't the air smell cleaner down here?
Every time I breathe in, it feels like my lungs are going to freeze and shatter.
Well, that is the problem right now. This is supposed to be summer.
How can it be summer here?
The warm season. The vents cycle between warm and cold over a predictable time period. Or at least they used to. It seems like all the maintenance systems are going mad recently. We have a saying here. Cora provides. Well, right now, all Cora is providing is a new ice age.
What do you think Cora is?
Cora is everything, and all of us. Cora is the provider and the caretaker and the disciplinarian. Cora holds out a closed fist, and we must push out our chin. Sometimes the fist holds wood. Sometimes the fist strikes us. And yet we must endure.
So Cora is your...
Salvation. And right now, Cora has sent us you.
I'm not really religious like that. I think you have to help yourself. Be independent.
You can't lecture us on independence while you live in Nivalis under the watch of the corpse.
You said you cling like a... what did you call it? A barnacle?
Harsh and fair words, Ronia. I know you have seen Cora's light, though. It glows from you. Am I wrong?
Who knows? So you want me to deliver these parcels?
I would appreciate it. We really are starving. 3 families. I can give the coordinates to your vehicle.
Okay, I'll get going then. I'll see you on the way back.
Cora willing. Be cautious around my brethren, Ronia. They live like sculptures of ice. Fragile and temporary.
Доставьте сухпайок. Как бы вот интересно, что ж такое Кора? Что это за херовина такая? Мне кажется, это какой-то должен быть искусственный интеллект, который слегка ебанулся. И поэтому все пошло по пизде. И поэтому нам придется здесь нихуевенько полетать. Мне нравится, что даже здесь у них надо соблюдать порядок, парковаться в специально отведенных для этого местах. Работник чего? Влагофермы.
Who are you?
I was sent to deliver supplies.
Sent by who?
CLOUDPUNK.
I don't know who that is. You from the big stack? Get out of here.
You need this. It's food.
I don't need nothing from you.
Retsu said...
Retsu sent you?
Yes, he said you should take this.
What did you say? Give it here.
They don't trust us very much.
I bet they have their reasons, Camus.
Ты ж тебе хавчик принес, могу спасибо сказать. Гондон. Так, а что там лежит? Неисправная агментация. Какая-то, короче, херня. Так, ну полетели дальше. Не, в принципе, даже тут как бы лампово. Что такая атмосфера есть. Прикольная. Так, еще один работник. Вечерочка.
I brought you supplies.
Who sent you?
Retsu.
Well, okay then. I ain't seen no one from the stacks down here in years. Decades even. You know, maybe you can use this. You put it in the wall and it gives you a token. Or something like that.
Thanks. It's just 5 numbers on a bit of paper.
That's right. Thank you kindly for the supplies. Now we even. Well, thank you kindly.
Ну вот видите, нормальный культурный человек сказал спасибо. Еще я отбрал, отблагодарил. Подождите, там что-то еще было. Надо взять. Надо взять на всякий случай. Пока мы здесь. Пластиловые запчасти, ладно. Пока что вообще не ебу, зачем нам все это надо. Но может быть хозяйство пригодится. Но это не точно. Еблысь. Еблысь. Музончик прям вообще очень крутой. Пожалуй, это самая сильная часть этой игрушки — саундтрек.
Hello, I'm here too.
They already called me on the old CB radio and told me you were on your way. You're the talk of the town, lady.
I'm just a delivery driver.
Well, I don't know if anybody has said this to you before, but I'll say it now. Thank you.
Thanks. I mean, you're welcome.
I'd get back to the city as quick as possible, lady. There's a chill coming. I can feel it in my bones. Anyone outside is gonna get sharded. Go, quickly. And don't think twice about coming back here, you hear?
Okay, good luck.
Это прям аж страшно. Так, еще запчасти. Ладненько. Вернитесь к Редсу. Что там было? Парковочные сенсоры чего? Там что-то было написано. Я пропустил все. Еблысь. Потому что, не знаю, может как-то помедленнее летать. То есть я носопыркой все углы ощупываю. Так, где ты там, Редсу?
I can see Retsu. Why is he not moving?
Oh no. Camus, find us somewhere to park.
The security overrides won't let me. The temperature is too low. It is not safe to land now. If you got out of the Hova, you would feel very cold. Then you'd be stuck, like the man.
He's not stuck, Camus. He's gone.
He can't be gone. He can't move.
Dead, Camus. He's dead.
Aw.
Fragile and temporary. Let's go. There's nothing else we can do.
Жестенько, жестенько. Подождите, а вы не хотите мне показать на карте, как отсюда улететь?
I am getting a message request.
Why are you getting a message request? If there's a message request, it should come to my comm.
The message is addressed to the Hova.
So it's someone I don't know. Patch it through, I guess.
My ship had finally come in, but in this case, the ship was a battered Hova. Redemption comes in all shapes and sizes, sometimes with bumps, dents, and a dime store paint job.
What? Who is this?
The dame wanted a name. What did I have left to lose? Nothing but my hat. I let her know that I was Huxley, but I left off the private investigator. She'd know the deal soon enough.
So you're a private investigator and your name is Huxley.
The dame was as sharp as my ex-wife's parting words before she left me and moved back in with her mother. She'd pegged me as a PI, but I still needed her help. Maybe I could drop some bills in her pocket if she could get me back to the big stack.
I think Huxley is malfunctioning.
I'm closing this channel now. Please stop calling me.
The dame was giving me a shoulder so cold, I was getting frostbite. I had to sweeten the deal. I'd already mentioned the cash, but no dice. Maybe I'd put it all on red and tell her about the girl I was trying to save. The dame sounded hard as ice, but Pasta's story was so sad, it would melt a diamond.
Why does he talk like that?
I might actually help him if he wasn't so annoying. I've never heard so many mixed metaphors in all my...
I dangled the bait in the water, but the dame wasn't buying. Without my help, Pasta was done for. When the dead corpse finished with her, God knows what would be left.
Debt corpse? Is he trying to save some girl from them?
I have located his signal. I have a nav point. We could pick him up. Should I display the nav point?
Hey Huxley, if you can answer a simple question, I'll take you back up the city. Are you really a PI trying to save a girl from a debt corp?
Yes, is what I wanted to say. But the dame was suspicious, and who could blame her? Here I was, some abandoned PI android stuck in the hollows with a 2-bit story about trying to save some girl. In her position, I would have hit the dirt in a heartbeat. But here's the kicker, the story was true.
Fine. Camus, give me a nav point. We'll take him with us and drop him off on the way.
Какой он странный. Он разговаривает так, как будто бы это в описании из книги. Есть вообще все какие-то странные. Мягко говоря. Так, а нам куда-то туда? Да, нам куда-то туда. Так, подберите Хаксли. Точнее, сначала долетите до Хаксли. Через весь город. Интересно, вот эти вот все разразненные истории, они как-то в какое-то единое целое сложатся или так и останутся просто историями? Так, а мне... Может, куда-то сюда? Есть парковка? Ребята, мне нужна парковка. Алло. Блять. Сейчас надо припарковаться там и пихтарить еще хрен знает сколько. Зашибись. Зашибись. Можно, пожалуйста, уже припарковаться? Может, можно что-нибудь найти пожрать? Так, сюда зайти нельзя. Там что-то лежит. Просто введите пин-код. Никаких пин-кодов у нас по-прежнему... А подождите, а нам же чувак тут говорил какой-то этот самый... Какие-то цифры, ну... Кто же знал, что их надо было запомнить? А у меня плохая память на цифры, как бы я их запомнил? А никаких логов диалогов здесь нету. То есть цифры надо было реально запомнить. А, игра, ты же стишь. Так, где этот андроид? Детектив андроид. Блять, как мне отсюда выбраться теперь? Может, я реально где-то не там вышел? Так, ну это на парковку. Вход-выход на парковку. Не понял. Не понял. Может, мне надо было парковаться здесь? Может, надо было подлететь к нему? Мы же должны его типа забрать по дороге. О, хрен его знает. Что там отмечено на карте, я не понимаю. Чё, блядь, вообще происходит? Так, вот Хаксли. Запрыгивай. Запрыгивайте, говорят. Сука. Я застрял. Какие-то странные деревья. Нет, просто если я там припаркуюсь, как я оттуда выйду? Или может быть все-таки выйду? Подождите, я выйду? Я выйду отсюда, да? Чу. Но пихтячить мне все равно придется до хрена. Если бы она еще бегала как-нибудь, было вообще зашибись. Редкий видеоигровой картридж. Все, конечно, хорошо, но мне нужен лифт, судя по всему. Так, вон лифт. Так, заебумба. Каждый день одно и то же. Да, помню, Nine Inch Nails была такая песня. Every day is exactly the same.
Are you Huxley?
The dame really came through.
Why do you talk like that?
Who was this bum that was questioning me? Another tin can with an attitude and too many questions. I gave him the brush off.
Hey, don't talk to him like that or I'll drop you in the hollows.
The dame had a point. I'd better play nice for now. I'd slip her some bills when she took me to the holocaust machine. A handful of limbs should help dip this sour lemon in a little sugar.
Can you understand what he is saying?
About 40% of it.
The dame and the car were close. Any fool could see that. But I looked beyond the surface. She was a girl from out of town. Still as green as the water supplies down in the vents.
You said you're a private investigator. Do you really think that's how they talk?
She had an attitude, but I liked her. And a dog, too.
How did he know I was, your dog?
I guess that's what investigators do, right?
There was a holocaust machine up ahead, but I had to keep a real low profile. I'd give the dame my number and let her grab the cash for me.
And that number would be?
I gave her the digits. 54244. She was a smart cookie. She'd remember them.
Не, ну как мне запомнить номер? Войдите в голокэш-терминал с кодом «Спасибо», подсказали код. Заебись. Так подождите, нахрена мы полетели на машине, если там же был, вот, рядом с парковкой был терминал? Алло. Блять, иди мне теперь искать эту парковку. Блять, игра, за что ты так со мной? Это мы вроде отсюда куда-то летели. Или нет? Да, вот парковка, хорошо. Пятьдесят 244. 54 244. Доступ получен. Чё? Переведите лимы с гала кэш аккаунта Хаксли. Как мне их перевести? Не понял. Ладно, 1516. Чё?
I settled the bill. Surely the dame would drop me like a bad penny now.
This is a lot of money. I can drop you somewhere else if you like.
Why are we helping him more?
He's kind of growing on me.
The dame had a heart of gold. I asked her to drop me at my office. On the way, I'd tell her about Pashta. Maybe she'd fall for me like I'd fallen for her.
I do not like this.
Where's this office of yours, Huxley?
We were headed towards my office in Old Town. I gave the dame a nav point to help her out. Hold on, Pashta. It won't be long now, kid.
Thanks. Who is this Pashta anyway? What happened to her?
It was a story so sad it could make a bronze statue of a lawyer cry. It all started with a call from a small-time hustler called Peter Unthrink. He tended a bar downtown, but he had some bad debt. The debt corp took his cash, but when that wasn't enough, they took his daughter too. He had a record, so CorpSec wasn't gonna help him. With nowhere left to turn, he sought the help of Midtown's best, cheapest PI.
So the debt corpse can abduct children now?
The dame didn't realize who she was dealing with. The debt corpse had hearts blacker than my morning cup of joe.
Huxley, were you always like this? Did something happen to you?
The dame thought I had a screw loose. I guess her instincts were good. Truth was, there was a time when I sounded just like every other humdrum android out there. Now, I'd played a role so well, I was stuck in it. My programming was messier than my accounting. Here's the kicker. I was a better investigator now than I'd ever been.
Все это очень странно. Ну и как-то почему-то, блин, интересно. Ёп.
Your office is all boarded up. Did you get fired?
The dog was half right. I was fired, but that place was where I slept, so I guess I was homeless too. Eviction was the illness, but what was the cause?
Probably not paying your rent.
There's a note on your door. Shouldn't you read it?
Who knew how hot this place was? I was sure I'd been tailed. If I stepped up to that doorway, I might get a knife in the back or a bullet in the head.
I think you're being overdramatic. I'll check out the note.
What if it is not safe?
I'll take my chances. I want to see what this note says.
Пес был прав. Слышишь, сам ты пес. А Камус у нас хороший мальчик. Так, куда ж идти? А куда идти? Подождите. Опять лифт? Починить лифт?
Oh, crap.
Так у меня же есть вроде электроника.
What the heck?
Подожди, у меня же вроде была электроника. Или я все продал? Да, я ее продал. Ну кто ж знал? Ну кто ж знал, что пригодится электроника, блядь. Как мне туда все-таки попасть? Ну там внизу что-то... Или может мне наверх надо? А может еще какой-нибудь лифт можно здесь найти? Не, а если у меня нет электроники, что мне делать? Полетать, поискать электронику? Мне бы не хотелось. Так. Так. Хрен узнает, куда мне надо, наверх или вниз. Ну, допустим.
Change your mind, did you? I knew you'd come back.
По-моему, я в прошлый раз уже покупал вишневый пирог, и это почему-то не засчиталось за еду. Попробую еще раз.
I'll probably be back.
Much better than you thought, right?
Да я не знаю, я же еще не попробовал. Хладагент, вишневый пирог.
Not bad.
Нет, ну опять не засчиталось за еду, а чё, а как мне еду найти? Блять. Так. Блять, так мне не сюда. Мне не сюда. Ёшкин кот. Ёшки-матрёшки. Не, просто если мне не сюда, то я не знаю куда. Если бы она хоть могла наверх нормально посмотреть, я бы понял. Ну да, вот туда куда-то мне надо. Там вот старые здания такие. Блять, неужели мне придется лететь куда-то искать запчасти для лифта? Как-то жестенько. Может тут что-нибудь есть? О, запчасти. Заебись. Так давайте пройдемся здесь, посмотрим, что здесь есть. Перфокарта. Yeah. Чип памяти.
Okay, I can see the note. It says, go to the Blue Chewy Jazz Bar and ask for the smoking man.
We're not taking him there too, are we?
I couldn't ask the dame for much more. She'd already stuck her neck out for me.
We can drop him off at the bar. It's close by.
Может, все-таки курящий человек, а не дымящийся. Хотя дымящийся звучит как-то понтовее. Так, где лифт? Тум-тум-тум-тум. Тум-тум-тум-тум.
Soon we'd be at the Blue Chewy Jazz Bar. It was a dive, but it was the kind of place you'd go for answers. Who had left me that note? Who was the smoking man? And where would I...
We have an incoming call.
Control?
No, it is for Huxley.
I knew who was calling. This would be bad.
Put it through, I guess.
What in Cora's name you think you're doing, you pile of junk? Where have you been?
The client was mad, and with good reason. He'd paid good money, but I'd been stuck down in the hollows following a lead. The lead went cold, and I was trapped down there with no comm signal and no cash.
You wasted my money and my time. If you don't find my daughter, I'm infecting you with a logic virus. I have hacker friends.
Hey, what the hell?
I don't know who you are, but you better leave this idiot to do his job.
I was gonna save that girl, but not because of the threats. Truth was, I was the only one searching for her.
24 hours, then your time's up. I want my daughter back, but if she's gone, she's gone. I'll live with that. But what I won't stand for is some android stealing my money. Get to work.
He hung up.
We're close to the bar.
I hoped the dame would come with me. Was that too much to ask?
Yes.
I'll come to the entrance, but after that, we need to get back to work. And if Control calls with another job at any point, you're on your own, Huxley.
The offer was as fair as the spin of a roulette wheel. I rolled the dice and took a gamble.
You don't use dice in roulette.
I know, Camus, just let it go.
То есть вот в другом районе, где-то вот хрен знает где, это близко, это рядышком в смысле. Тут рукой подать. Сейчас не удивлюсь, если нам еще надо будет в какой-то еще другой район полететь. Тут рядышком, тут вообще 5 сек. Компакт-диск. Ну-ка, сюда. Так, дымящийся человек. Дымящий Джо-Джо.
Took you long enough.
Are you the one that left the note?
Who are you?
The chump had an attitude and a smell to match. They didn't call him Smoking Jojo because he was cute. His circuit boards were on the fry, literally. He was half burnt out, overheating and underperforming. He didn't like the dame, but he knew me. We went way back, but Jojo's lips were normally sealed tighter than...
My name is Rania. I picked him up in the hollows and he says he's looking for a girl called Pashta. Why did you leave the note?
As Huxley knows, I normally don't say nothing to nobody. But as you can see, I ain't got long left. You could fry an egg on my processor.
Can't you get help? Repairs?
Nah, they don't make the parts for an old model like me no more. And I ain't got no limbs anyway. Point is, if I want to do some good, I better do it now while I can. Huxley, I know something about this girl you're looking for.
I wanted to hear what the old bucket had to say, but how did he know I was looking for Pashta?
You've been asking around town. Word gets out. I was playing a private gig a few months back. The pay was real good, and I'm still the best horn player in town. Even if I don't look too good these days. What with all the rust and all.
While I was there, I overheard some things. This ex-corp goon called Raguan was there, talking about how he got screwed over.
And?
Look, I don't like squilling like this. Give me a minute.
Jojo was singing like a songbird, but would we dance to his beat?
Huxley, please be quiet for a minute, okay? I can't believe I'm getting sucked into this. So what does this Raguan guy have to do with Pashta?
Well, this Raguan guy's drunk, and he's throwing his weight around. Near enough getting into a fight with some waiter who's just trying to serve the champagne. In the middle of mouthing off, Raguan says he's dangerous and he can make people disappear. He says he's not to be messed with, cause the last guy that messed with him lost his kids. Then he starts crying.
That's strange, but it doesn't link him to Pashta in any way.
But he says the name. I was the only one that heard him. But he takes a drink, and through his tears he keeps saying, "Sorry, Pasta, sorry." Now, ain't that a thing?
That's a lead, at least.
The trail had gone cold for a while, but with Jojo's help, we'd picked it up again.
Come on, I can try to find where this Raguan lives. I'll ask Camus back in the Hava. After that, though, you're on your own, Huxley.
Ну да, она уже говорила, что он дальше сам по себе. Так, я думаю, здесь мы прервемся, мне надо все это переварить. Спасибо за внимание, подписывайтесь на канал, ставьте лайки, пишите комменты, кликайте колокольчик, чтобы не пропускать новые видосики. Пока-пока.